Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Good morning. This is Kim.
This is Andy.
We're going to read from the Urantia book. First, we're going to read Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. And today is August 8th. And this is by Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda, who lived in India from 1863 to 1902. Wow, died pretty young. Okay.
So Swami, is that a native and Indian religion? It's not Buddhist, is it?
No, it's a title.
Was it within Buddhism or no?
Within Hinduism.
Hinduism, okay.
Yeah.
So that's the native Indian religion, Hindu.
Right. Most are, although Buddhism was born in India, it didn't take there as much. There are Indian Buddhists, but it moved more north to China and Tibet. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's different kinds of Buddhism, as far as Japan and on there. Okay, so this is really short, okay? Oh, Mother, you walk the streets in one form and exist in the universe in another. Above all else, I greet you, oh Mother.
Wow.
So here, they've got the idea too, I think originated in Hinduism, is that idea of avatars, that the gods are walking among us just like us here, in their avatar form, and we interact with them, we don't even know it,
Wow.
like kind of like Jesus, like divine in the flesh, but I think but not quite so experiencing that, because Jesus's task was to experience his humanity fully, and that's why he was born here without knowledge of who he was. He had to gradually acquire that knowledge, that understanding. So he had the real experience of being human on a much deeper, more profound level than the Hindu avatars, but yeah, that's a neat idea, isn't it?
It may not be the way it is, but we should adopt that.
Well, you know what? We don't know. This whole thing is being open to possibilities. And I think the whole point of it is when we think of God walking around here among us, when I see a person, I'm just, a stranger, whatever, I'm struck with this idea of, well, that person could be the God incarnate. How would I know? So it's provoking you to see the potential of godliness in every human person, no matter where their walk of life is. See? Because how do you know?
Right.
See? We get so attached to our ideas that, that's a nice idea. That's not it though, because I know this. I mean, everybody does that. But that's part of what you have to drop and just be open to, infinite possibilities. What you don't know is so much more, it's amazing. It's wondrous. That's what allows you to explore reality rather than just be confined. But we want to be right. We want to be like on our own little ideas because it makes us feel safe and like everything is, predictable. It's like, that doesn't fit into my paradigm, so I'm not going to address that. I don't know. But you have to drop that. Yeah. So, yeah, you're not really all that safe. But freedom is a higher thing than safety. Jesus never promised us safety.
No.
He sent those apostles that he loved so dearly, he sent them to die.
Mhm.
He never promised us safety. He promised us freedom. He promised us freedom. Even Benjamin Franklin said that if you would give up, freedom for a little bit of temporary, security, then you're not worthy to be here. Wasn't that Franklin?
Yes, those who would trade
Yeah.
freedom for security will end up having neither.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's go. That's fascinating little talk here in the prelim. Okay, so we're on paper number 15, section 2, organization of the super universes. Only the Universal Father knows the location and actual number of inhabited worlds in space. He calls them all by name and number.
Wow.
I can give only the approximate number of inhabited or inhabitable planets, for some local universes have more worlds suitable for intelligent life than others. Nor have all projected local universes been organized. Therefore, the estimates which I offer are solely for the purpose of affording some idea of the immensity of the material creation. You know what? I didn't take my pills. Did I? I forgot. I'm going to do that. Remember me. Okay. There are 7 super universes in the grand universe, and they are constituted approximately as follows. Okay. So there's 7, and there's 7 levels too to each one. Okay. This is what constitutes each of these 7 super universes. This is from smallest portion to largest segment. Okay, you go.
The system. The basic unit of the super government consists of about 1,000 inhabited or inhabitable worlds. Blazing suns, cold worlds, planets too near the hot suns, and other spheres not suitable for creature inhabitation are not included in this group. These 1,000 worlds adapted to support life are called a system, but in the younger systems, only a comparatively small number of these worlds may be inhabited. Each inhabited planet is presided over by a planetary prince.
And remember, that was Caligastia here.
And each local system has an architectural sphere as its headquarters and is ruled by a system sovereign.
Right, and the system sovereign, our system sovereign was Lucifer. But now he's been debunked, right?
2. The constellation. 100 systems, about 100,000 inhabitable planets, make up a constellation. Each constellation has an architectural headquarters sphere and is presided over by 3 Verandadek suns, the Most Highs. Each constellation also has a faithful of days in observation, an ambassador of the Paradise Trinity.
It's interesting to note here too that the word constellation is used totally differently. It doesn't mean anything like we normally think of it as like these stars making a pattern or a picture in the sky. That's what we think of as a constellation. That's not like that at all.
That's an important point, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very confusing.
Yeah. No, I know. So it is confusing. Okay.
3. The local universe. 100 constellations, about 10 million inhabitable planets constitute a local universe. Each local universe has a magnificent architectural headquarters world and is ruled by one of the co-coordinate creator sons of God of the order of Michael. Each universe is blessed by the presence of a union of days, a representative of the Paradise Trinity. The minor sector, 100 local universes, about 1 billion inhabitable planets constitute a minor sector of the super universe government. It has a wonderful headquarters world where from its rulers, the recents of days, administer the affairs of the minor sector. There are 3 recents of days, Supreme Trinity personalities, on each minor sector headquarters. 5. The major sector, 100 minor sectors, about 100 billion inhabitable worlds, make one major sector. Each major sector is provided with a superb headquarters and is presided over by 3 perfections of days, Supreme Trinity personalities. 6. The superuniverse, 10 major sectors, about 1 trillion inhabitable planets constitute a superuniverse. Each superuniverse is provided with an enormous and glorious headquarters world and is ruled by 3 ancients of days. 7. The grand universe. 7 superuniverses make up the present organized grand universe, consisting of approximately 7 trillion inhabitable worlds, plus the architectural spheres and the 1 billion inhabited spheres of Havona. The superuniverses are ruled and administered indirectly and reflectively from paradise by the 7 master spirits. The billion worlds of Havona are directly administered by the Eternal of Days, one such Supreme Trinity personality presiding over each of these perfect spheres.
Okay, so
excluding the Paradise Havona spheres, the plan of universe organization provides for the following units: superuniverses 7, major sectors 70, minor sectors 7,000, local universes 700,000, constellations 70 million, local systems 7 trillion, inhabitable planets.
No, that's 7 billion.
7 billion, I'm sorry. Inhabitable planets 7 trillion.
7 trillion. That's 12 zeros, folks.
Each of the 7 superuniverses is constituted approximately as follows. One system embraces approximately 1,000 worlds, one constellation, 100 systems, 100,000 worlds, one universe, 100 constellations, 10 million worlds, one minor sector, 1 trillion worlds, one major sector, 100 trillion worlds, one superuniverse.
No, 100 billion.
100 billion. I keep.
Yeah, I know.
Watch my zeros.
You gotta count your zeros, or they make you dizzy after a while.
One superuniverse,
which is 10 major sectors.
1 trillion worlds. All such estimates are approximations at best, for new systems are constantly evolving, while other organizations are temporarily passing out of material existence. Whoa. Okay, so the point is not to memorize these trillions and billions,
right?
Because they're approximate. The point is to understand the breakdown of superuniverse, sectors, major and minor, local universes, constellations, right, local systems, and inhabitable planets.
It's interesting to me too. There's not a lot of organization or they don't talk about the management of the major and minor sectors. And usually here, well, they talk about our own local universe here. That's Nebadon, and the breakdown of that is the constellations, and within that, and then the sub to the constellations is the systems, right? But above that, there's the major and minor sectors, and then it tends to skip that level and then talk about the super universe level of Orvanton. So the administration of the major minor sectors is largely kind of overlooked here, so I don't even know that much about them. And the constellations, and they have beautiful names like Nordlation Deck and Nepodon, all these names. Even our solar system is named Momesha.
So, of all the awareness that we have here on Urantia, which is to look out and see billions and trillions of stars out there, as far as we can see. Does all this organization organize what we see, or is what we seeing a super universe? And there are other super universes that we're not aware of.
That's an interesting question. I think that the gist of it is that we participate in the creation of these universes of our physical reality, but it's not like that organization isn't there without us. See, there's all this, does a tree fall in the forest if nobody's there to hear it or whatever? Okay, so yeah, it's there because other people have been, participating in that creation. But we participate in this creation. We are creators. So, but that doesn't mean that we're the only creator. And I'm not the only creator. There's other ones that are out there doing it too. And right now in metaphysical spirituality, whatever, there's this kind of debate about, do I believe in the real world, the physical world is here without me, without my, or there's evidence that what's in my mind is actually being projected onto this, reality. And both of those are true, I feel.
And what about if we send and establish a colony on Mars, for example? Does that now become yet another inhabited world? Or is that artificial? Sort of like Urantia A.
Urantia 1A. You know what?
Because it's not indigenous Martian life.
You know what? I don't know. I guess they're not specifying that. So I would assume if that kind of thing happens, and I'm going to say, I suppose it probably does in more advanced. Yeah. We at this level here. Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but
well, yeah, but there's people working on it. Like
it's probably going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say that's probably, it doesn't differentiate that. So I would probably tend to assume that that's its own planet then. Okay.
That's a curveball that threw you this morning.
Well, thank you for that. You know what I mean? I need to know that.
Now we have to close our program because it's time to go to church.
We have to close the program. Yeah, it's time to go to church, so I have to go. All right. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Okay, we had fun. Hope you had fun.
Have a great Sunday.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
So that's like